Homie's like, you can't shush me. I went to Shang-Chi's Magic Kingdom. Hey guys, it's your girl Leish, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're here with a brand new show. We're delving back into the world of Marvel and the Marvelverse. We're starting a brand new show that is Wonder Man. I am gonna tell you right off the bat, personally, I'm not familiar. I don't know the story. I very much am going in blind, but you know, I found for me personally, I've really enjoyed a lot of the Disney Plus Marvel series. Like, even though they don't tend to be as big or maybe as popular as the MCU movies, I've really enjoyed all the ones I've watched so far. So when I saw this one, and of course, it is led by a Black actor, a Black lead. I love that. We don't have a lot of different types of leads in Marvel. I know that they're definitely working to kind of tell a lot of different stories, but yes, I love whenever we get a chance to see a different perspective and a different type of storytelling. So I'm looking forward to this one. Gonna jump into this one. As I said, I don't know anything about it. I decided not to read the synopsis so I wouldn't get spoiled for anything. The only thing that I recognize is the actor who is from Iron Man, who pretended to be the Mandarin, that guy. Then he was also in Shang-Chi. So not sure who he fits in. Very much looking forward to finding out. So let's jump in. Just before I do though, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so you can be in the know of when I drop episodes. And if you'd like to watch an uncut version of this reaction, you can do so on the Patreon. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now.
If we don't reverse the tomography in the next 30 seconds, Barnaby won't stand a chance.
I know, Wonder Man. I'm trying.
Whoa. For those of you who are around when you watch like these old shows, like, and again, these were before my time, but watching OG Batman. Oh, look at him. Even the muscle pads in the suit. Love it.
I've lived in that screaming silence.
Oh, how they always shooting right by his face? Okay, everybody got Stormtrooper aim but you, huh?
No one else ever gave a damn.
I love that he's loving his son. Love it. Is that you, sir? That is a multifunctional space. Are these those warm-up exercises I've heard about that actors sometimes do? You got this.
You got this, man. Step closer to the top.
Excuse me, who interrupted my pep talk?
Yeah, David, go ahead.
Yeah.
I love that they're going so meta that this is a show about a man who's on a show, taking away that fourth wall for us.
Yeah, I just got to set. Hey, what's the status on that mask? Oh,
Blood just randomly spraying on the side.
You must be Professor Hoppin.
Yeah, I love the Castle Rock you directed. Your Sons of Anarchy episodes, they were the best in the series.
Thanks.
Homework.
You do the first couplet. How was your trip? Yada, yada, yada. And then Ashley, you cross to about here.
Look, this man organizing what props just set up.
And then Sarah transforms into a monster. And bites off Professor Hoppin's head.
It's great.
Why not?
Right? Might add a little layer to the scene.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're open to it. I hope they're not mocking him.
You know, maybe I should call her Dr. Johnson instead, you know?
Yeah, let's try both ways.
I think Professor Harpin would stop her right about here. Yeah.
No. That is interesting. We're already lit, so
Yeah, I feel like I totally get what he's saying, but yeah, there is so much that goes into a scene. I love that they're showing this.
Assuming that's what I'm teaching. Unless you're thinking Aztec Civilization by Henry Freeman, but that
Aren't
kind of changes things.
does it?
Aztec Civilization.
like my homie's like, you know, you're a day player, bro. Like, what's happening? I love that he's this invested, but you're slowing down production. And I feel like you're not that big of a character.
This is packing up his desk
Right.
for the night. I think it's implied. Should we check with a writer? Just to be safe.
They're so done with him. Something tells me he's not coming back tomorrow.
Who is this bozo?
You had a great audition.
Yeah, but at this rate, we're never gonna make our day.
Right?
Professor Harper's history with Professor Johnson.
I think you should be in the writer's room. I feel like being in front of the camera is not where you belong, friend. And I hate it because I know it's from passion, but it's just misplaced here.
Professor Harpin's scenes being a remnant of an earlier version of Ashley's arc.
Yeah, you just got
So
cut.
he's cutting your character from the show. Thank you so much for all your hard work today.
Sorry, friend. So sorry, sir. Again, the passion, loved it. Just, you're not great at reading a room. Someone in your spot. I hate when people do that. If you can manage to get in there, bro, get so close to that van that they regret all their life decisions. Okay. Is that your girlfriend?
I thought you wrapped at 5.
Oh, she planned to leave before you got home.
So you sneaking out?
I'm just not happy, Simon.
I know. I just think you need to book something. Things will turn around. Come on, Vivian, we're good together.
Clearly not.
You never let me in, Simon. Not really. It's a little late to start caring about this relationship.
Fair. You do seem like you're very oblivious to your surroundings. What little we've seen of you already. An earthquake the same day? God. Or is that you? I don't know this guy's powers, by the way, guys.
That's what bloody matters. Maybe it had been somebody's pet. Wasn't looking for cuddles.
Didn't hear a word.
Sorry, love. I can't today.
Homie's like, you can't shush me. I went to Shang-Chi's Magic Kingdom.
I always dug your performance as the Mandarin.
Really?
I remember you from that Omnibus episode you did in the 70s. You played...
Not this man having an eidetic memory when it comes to shows.
Not too many people remember that old gem, including me. How was I? Okay, Rico? Rico?
Rika. I just wonder with actors how hard it is for those scenes where like you have to like, we need you to not blink for about 2 minutes because we got to make it look like you did.
What's this? Big audition you were talking about.
Eavesdropping. Not that it was hard.
Look, man, I'm not a weirdo and I'm not desperate.
You
I'm
are
just
desperate.
curious.
That's okay.
I'm auditioning for Wonder Man. Anyway, nice meeting you.
Wait.
Well, thanks for telling him that. For an actor, any type of hiring work is a good idea. Is a good thing, right? It's a possibility. Hopefully, his reputation for being a little much on set has not preceded him.
Janelle, did you hear about Wonder Man? You didn't tell me Von Kovac was directed?
Sir, is this your meeting?
Sounds good.
I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
Not from
I was
laughing in your
born to play this
face.
character.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, he's dead ass.
I have a new face.
It's too late. Today was the last day of auditions.
Well, couldn't you work a little bit of your magic?
Isn't that your job?
How hard is that? You just sit there. You just lay. Then you storm into this meeting with my colleagues, acting like you own the place, and now you're trying to work me? You know what? You got some nerve.
I was gonna say he is living in a place of delusion. I'm almost jealous.
I think you're one of the most talented people that I know.
But
But there's a lot of talented people out here who are not pains in the ass. Do you feel me?
that's sad.
I maybe have an early dinner, so I'll be gone, okay?
You about to do something shady. But that's very careless of her to just leave her computer unlocked.
Oh, no, that is not good. Nandi is going to be in so much trouble.
You're about to get dropped from your agency, sir, if you don't land this job.
Oh, my God. Girl, you are an angel. I'm going to call him right now, okay? Thank you.
See, why don't we use this type of quick-witted, like on-the-fly stuff while you're at the job, sir, instead of hyper-analyzing 2 pages of a script?
Also, I don't have a doorman waiver on file for you, so I'm gonna need you to sign this.
It's a doorman waiver.
Assuming, of course, you don't have superpowers.
Oh, yeah, they gotta ask that, don't they? But I think he does. What's a doorman waiver? I'm not a Hollywood person.
You mind if I keep the pen?
You gonna make notes?
Guess so.
Okay, sir. Well, okay, maybe maybe this director will appreciate it. That's what I've heard it's like in Hollywood. Couldn't do it, guys. This is why I love TV, love movies. Could not deal with all this. Could not do this. I would have to be a breakout star. Like someone saw me, I sent in a video, they fell in love with me, pick me immediately. That's it. I can't do this. See, what's going on with him? Oh? Oh,
Where
a
did you
talent.
for?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Oh, God. Not really, but that's what he deserves.
You're a bloody mess. You can't go in like this.
Oh, he noticed.
Take it from someone who's eaten shit on stage more times than he can count. Not literally, mind you. You can still. There's a lot to memorize.
No, my memory isn't the problem.
So what's wrong?
I hate the script.
And I'm trying to come up with a backstory for his relationship with Barnaby, but it's not making sense.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them. It
Right?
doesn't.
That's what he's always struggled with.
A thought about the subtext of the Tales of the Invera people. We've got to get you out of your head.
Thank you.
When you're in there, blow every last bit of air out of your lungs hard and fast.
Okay.
Shut down your frontal lobes, so no more logic getting in the way.
I can't do that right now. I need my frontal lobe to work.
With instinct.
Oh, it's your turn. Kill it.
Don't think.
This is really what you need to do with these auditions, bro. Don't think. Exactly. I know. It seems counterintuitive, but in your case, don't think. Give him a minute.
I lost whatever part was left in me that makes a person a person.
Okay. Somber.
I'm asking you nicely. Just walk away.
It's a wonderful thing. Not thinking too much.
Right? Sometimes it's nice to turn your brain off, especially if you're somebody with anxiety.
Whipping with the belt across his bare ass every night before curtain up, and that was before we were friends. Then things got weird.
Things were, yeah, I was like, things are wild back in the day, huh?
To do the work, you have to fill in the backstory and the character's psychology. If you don't understand it, how can you perform it?
Okay. Interesting take.
The purpose of playing is to hold as 'twere the mirror.
Twir.
Never forget that. Nature, that's our job.
That's great advice he's giving.
The real work is living.
Whoa, that was some deep philosophical stuff.
I have a good feeling about today.
For who?
Something fateful in the air.
Okay. I trust him. He's been through some mystical Who keeps calling him? I noticed he declined a call at the theater.
Third contact was established.
We don't call it third contact. He was at the matinee?
Yes.
And then you ran into each other at the audition?
And then we had drinks.
No, why are you following him? Who are you?
Simon Williams is superpowered, he's unstable, and incredibly dangerous.
Why is he
This country
unstable?
isn't safe until he's in my custody.
Who's you?
Don't fret. I've got him right where I want him.
What are you doing, Mr. Slattery? He is a great actor indeed. He's like, damn, I'm still got it. Okay, so someone knows he's superpowered. Why is he unstable? I don't think that's true, by the way, because why does this person say my custody? If he was truly a super was out of control, they have jails in this world, quite literally for that. Okay, that was episode 1. All right, guys. I think that was a good introduction to our lead character of Simon. He is an actor, someone who looks like he's been absolutely enthralled with the world of film and make-believe and you know, just the wonder that comes along with the experience of taking in a cinematic feature. And you know, a good chunk of the beginning was just him, and I'm assuming who was his father, you know, at the movies. Probably, I mean, I didn't see a mom there. It doesn't mean she wasn't around, but it looks like it was something that was probably a little special thing between the two of them. But you know, what I really just noticed, and I think what they focused on, was the absolute wonder and immersion that we saw from young Simon. Like the young actor who played him, by the way, also kudos. The way he just nailed that, you know, when the eyes are just so wide and just not wanting to miss a single moment of it. And, you know, every so often just looking over and being so happy that his dad's there and, you know, just enjoying the entire experience. And so, you know, you could see that it just made such a deep impression on him from such a young age. And they focused a lot on his dad as well, just watching him watch the movie. and just seeing how happy he was to see his son enjoying it so much. And so I feel like that's going to be a callback at some point. They spent a lot of time on that scene for us not to go back to it in some way. But anyways, we see that in today's world, Simon is still an actor, and it looks like he clearly has the talent. He's very good. He can do a great job, but he seems to be a bit obsessive with the creative process, shall we say. Like, we see that he had like what was maybe 4 pages of dialogue, and he made about a novel worth of notes. A novel's worth of notes, right? And of course, as we saw, the first few suggestions, they were like, okay, yeah, those are little, all right, fine, you know, those aren't small, those aren't big deal. But then all of a sudden, this guy's talking about, let's rejig the entire thing. By the time Simon was done, like the lady said, there's no way they would have made their quota for the day, right? Like, I've never worked in TV or movies, by the way. I've just like met people who have done that. I've looked at a lot of what, you know, people talk about on sets, but to make a long story short, I know that a lot of work goes into just creating one scene on a show, and there's only so much time that they have, you know, quotas that they want to hit as far as how many scenes they want to hit in a day, all those things. And, you know, you really can't afford to go over them very much because everything costs money, especially in Hollywood. Like, every production, if you go a day over even, it costs studios tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you have to be very mindful of time. And you know, you can just see that poor Simon is just so immersed in this world and wanting to be perfect at all of it that he doesn't even think about the ripple effect of it all, right? As we heard from Mr. Slattery there, he said, just make your mind go blank and read the lines, bro. Like, so, you know, you're doing too much. You're reading a little too much into this. Just read the lines. It's okay to not overthink it, right? So anyway, interesting take. We see that, as I said, unfortunately, that hyperfixation on doing things the way that he thinks it should be done and the overthinking of the scene is why he ends up getting fired from jobs. And then we see that in his personal life, he had a girlfriend, but she actually was planning to leave him while he was at work, which I feel like, I mean, unless the person is abusive or, you know, super stalkery, I just feel like that's, you know, just have the courage to tell them you're leaving. You know what I mean? Like, at the very least, I mean, fine, get your stuff out first, but at least wait till the man gets home and tell him. But anyway, you hear her say that the reason why she wants to break up with him is because, well, you hear him at first, and his assumption is, oh, babe, I know you're feeling down. Once you book something, it'll be fine. You think she's leaving you because she can't find a job, right? And she literally says to him, like, you don't let me in. And for you to pretend that like you care now is like, you know, it's too late. It's a little too late, right? So again, it's kind of reinforcing to us as an audience that Simon is very much in his own little world when it comes to this immersive way that he is when it comes to his acting worlds. And we see that now this character of Wonder Man was a very fundamental part of his childhood and a world that he easily gets lost in, right? So anyways, like I said, work's not going so great. Personal life is not going so great right now. And now we see that he coincidentally at the movie theater, which is where he goes, it looks like whenever he's had a hard time or he's going through something, he goes back to that core memory we saw at the beginning of going to a theater, watching a classic movie, getting immersed, basically getting to push the world away while he's in there. And of course, he bumps into Mr. Slattery here, who, of course, most people in the Marvel world know who he is. And, you know, it seemed like it was just a chance interaction, but we discover that it wasn't at all. At the end, we see here that it was absolutely instigated by Slattery. I'm wondering if he's the one who actually designed this series of events to have Simon not suspected and also to do what he wanted, and that's one thing I actually thought in the episode when Slattery just casually dropped where he was having the audition and what it was for. I was like, I mean, I know that some people would do that, but you know, from what I've heard, Hollywood's pretty dog eat dog. So I don't think that they would easily drop that an audition is happening if you don't already know about it, right? Because that lessens your potential chances of getting the role. No? So anyway, now we know it was all instrumental because they really wanted to get him to that audition, I guess, but I'm not exactly sure what they're leading to with this. My guess is that they're trying to create a situation where Simon is either distracted or maybe so immersed in whatever it is they're planning that they can take him, because whoever's on the phone said that he's superpowered and unstable and dangerous, which I will say the superpower we figured out. Like, we saw the shaking in the bathroom when his girlfriend left. At first I thought because it's California, maybe it's an earthquake, but it looks like it was just him. And then we see that when he was starting to panic inside of the audition, and I feel like the difference between this and probably what was going on in other situations, or even what happened with his girlfriend, is that he went through so much that day already. And now he's at this audition. He hears Slattery in there. He's doing well. And what's more is that he cares about this, right? It's already been shown he's got an emotional connection to Wonder Man. So he starts to really get in his head, so much so that I love that they just showed just the smallest formation in his eye, like the beginnings of his powers were starting to maybe start to manifest. And you could tell he was completely oblivious that this is happening. And this is what's making me wonder if, does he know he's powered and, you know, just doesn't really pay much mind to it? Or does he maybe not know or remember that he's got powers? Because I just feel like he signed that thing where it says, if you're super powered, you don't have to sign this. And he just signed it without thinking. He did glance up at the guy. So I was like, I don't know. He played it in such a way that I really can't tell whether or not at this point Simon is aware of being super powered or not. But yeah, we see that there's definitely something there, and it seems to be triggered by his emotions, which is very typical of mutant powers in this world. And I say mutant because I just assume everything Marvel is mutant, by the way. And yeah, we see that Slattery comes out and immediately sees that his powers are being activated, and of course takes him away under the guise of him being nervous. But I do think that now that I'm looking at it, he definitely thought that maybe the powers might pop off, and that would definitely, I guess, be a problem because we don't know what his powers can do yet. Maybe it's a big problem if his powers go off, or maybe it's going to somehow hinder this plan that he's working with the mystery man about. So like I said, that phone call tells me a couple things that, like I said, we now have the verification he is in fact powered, but the unstable and dangerous, and he needs to be in my care, not that he needs to be incarcerated, not that he needs to be put someplace where he can't hurt anyone. It's my care. That gives that Slattery is working for someone who is independently trying to get their hands on Simon. And so, yeah, who is that? Why does he, if he really is this dangerous and everything that he says, why wouldn't he let the wider population know? Why is Simon just out here living what seems to be a fairly normal life, right? So they piqued my interest. They piqued my interest as far as like what his powers are and who's interested, and why has Tony been, why has he been hired to be the person to rope our guy in? Right? Why is he Truman showing this poor guy? Right? So anyway, I think that was a solid intro. They've got my interest peaked as far as what happens next. So I cannot wait till the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.